A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, two friends discover a reaction in an adventure that will take them to infinity and beyond. Today's episode is about electrolysis. Electro meaning electricity, and lysis meaning break apart. You can see using your STEM skills what electrolysis is about. Electrolysis is breaking apart water with electricity. But the question for today is this a chemical reaction?
Good grief, what is this? It looks like Emperor Zurg is cloning mutant aliens?
Hello, Buzz Lightyear. What have we here?
It looks like Emperor Zurg is up to no good. It appears that he is breeding aliens in this incubation tank.
To me, this looks like two test tubes turned upside down with water.
A clear liquid in the test tubes. Like a good space ranger, I will record this data in my report to Star Command.
I wonder what this could possibly mean.
Plug it in, you will, and we shall see.
What will happen if I plug this in? Master Yoda, there are bubbles coming out of those wires. What could it mean?
Not just bubbles we see. Look closely.
It appears that there are bubbles coming out faster on one side than another.
Good, my young Padawan.
Star Command will need to hear about this. Bubbles are coming out of each electrode. The bubbles are coming out faster on one side than the other. I wonder what it could possibly mean.
How can we know what those bubbles are made of?
Observe the test tubes, we will.
I see that the test tube on the left has twice as much bubbles in it as the test tube on the right.
Bubbles, you call them. I call it gas.
How will we test what the gas is?
Put a flame to it, we will.
First, I must continue making my report to Star Command. Then we will do this flame test.
I'm ready to do this test. Let's try this, Master Yoda. Show me what to do.
The Force may be with you, my young Padawan. Don't blow anything up.
Watch Master Yoda as I stick this glowing ember into the test tube that was half full. Good grief! Look closely, it is relighting the fire. Now we shall hold a flame near the full test tube. Let's look again. That appears to have exploded. I need to report this to Star Command as well. If I look at the test tube that had double the gas, it made a popping sound. That seems like hydrogen gas. Hydrogen makes a popping sound when it's set on fire. The test tube with half the gas lit the flame back up. That seems like oxygen to me. Well, Buzz Lightyear ended up not uncovering any plot by the evil Emperor Zurg, but he did discover an important reaction. In electrolysis, the only substance we're starting with is water. Water is made of oxygen and hydrogen. Under the influence of the electricity, the hydrogen and the oxygen are torn apart so that we have water turning into hydrogen and oxygen. If we write this as a chemical equation, we would say 2H2O became 2H2 plus O2. This does give us something to consider, though. How does this change our definition of a chemical reaction?
Is boiling a chemical reaction like electrolysis? Let's start with some room temperature water. As you know, molecules in a liquid are constantly moving. When we apply heat to the room temperature water, it will start to boil at 100 degrees Celsius. When you compare the room temperature water with the boiling water, you can see that the molecules of the boiling water are spread further apart than the room temperature water. However, when I start with my liquid water at room temperature, it's just H2O, and it has the structure as you see below the words H2O liquid. We add heat to the system, and we have evaporation, or the boiling of water. We are going from a liquid to a gas. But when we look at gaseous H2O, look at the structure below where it says H2O gas. It is the exact same atomic structure as liquid water. So, it seems that the arrangement of the atoms has not changed between plain liquid water and boiled water vapor.